All right, welcome back. Part 3. Probably going to be the last part. All right, cool. So you all head in to the fog. It's
I'm gonna
only
safety hold Anders' hand.
a few minutes before you all see this town. You all come from this direction here. So this is where you enter.
Can you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, off to the west.
Is it snowy?
It is snowy. Yeah, it's not like snowing actively, but it is just there's snow on the ground and people kind of walking around. They're cold. They got their
As a tropical bird, I do not like
yeah.
this.
You
I like
all
my
you
feathers
all
fluff.
are not doing well because you did not you're not equipped for snow. I mean, maybe Coil is. I don't know what your heating system is.
He starts defrosting.
Yeah. All right. What would you all like to do?
I'll just approach the nearest person I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say, "Greetings, I am Coil. Please identify yourself."
He looks at you quizzically and he says, "Identify myself."
Affirmative.
Okay. My name is Jad. Who are you? And he kind of looks at the whole group.
I am Coil.
Hi.
Hello, Coil. He like thinks about offering his hand and then looks down and like sort of realizes you're a robot and then like doesn't know what to do.
Orethi sticks out her hand. Hi, I'm Orethi.
He looks at you and you could tell he's sort of like worried about your claw hand as he go tries to navigate like that.
It's a very awkward handshake, but she does it.
Yeah, Ander will extend his hand out to Jad. Ander Brightwood, sir.
Can I make a perception check?
Yeah. What are you looking for?
Sorry, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Take your time.
So for perception, like what sort of things am I allowed to look for?
So like a perception check would be like you're looking for physical things. Like you maybe like does he have a knife? Is there anyone hiding? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so can I do a perception check for like any sort of like weapons on him?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
He does not seem to have any weapons.
Okay.
I say, "Who might be the Burgermeister of this village?"
He says, I've never heard that word before.
Who's in charge?
Oh, there's a man named Siegfried. He lives in this house up here overlooking the bluff there.
Oh. What's your
Do you
town
know-
called? We've never seen it before.
This is Sparrow's Crest.
That's a really nice name. Biased.
Would it be possible for us to gain audience with Mr. Siegfried? We're traveling adventurers, and we've been curious about some goings on in the area.
He shrugs and he's like, I don't know, probably go knock on his door, I guess.
Thank you very much, sir.
He nods.
Out of character, what was that community called again, Jason? Was it like the first home or home?
The last home.
Last home.
The last home.
Yeah.
I say, have you seen anyone from the last home here? It is another community north of here.
It would be south from here.
South
Oh no,
of
wait,
here.
no, yeah, no, you were right. It is north. Yeah.
North of here.
Yeah.
This
My
is all
bad.
very
I
confusing.
forgot about how maps work.
The fog is very disorienting.
Yeah. he sort of shrugs and he's like, nope, haven't heard of that. Is
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, absolutely. Hard to tell if he is unsure or lying. You don't know.
What?
Can I do an insight check as well?
You sure can.
Yeah. Hit him with that rogue insight. Nice.
Yeah, you think he is oblivious. Like he's like you're pretty sure, Sage, that this dude is not lying. He has no idea what that meant.
Okay.
I favor the god Moradin. Onder favors Mysteria.
Mistra.
Mistra. And Arethi. What god does this village favor?
He nods and he says, we all worship the silver flame here.
Bird head tilt.
Can I sorry. Can I do deception?
Okay.
To try and get him to believe that's who I also worship?
Yeah, sure.
Hopefully that'll help them trust us more.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
You're so good at this.
It's almost like rogues are good at lying.
I know, but like
so
you're really good at this.
So give me an example like of what exactly you say. So he says, "Yeah, we all worship the silver flame here." And then what do you say to him that he like whatever you say like out of game, he's going to just eat right up. So just feel free to run wild.
It's you worship the silver flame. It's silver flame, you said?
Yeah. Silver
flame. I don't think I've ever met anyone who worshipped the silver flame. I didn't introduce myself. I'm Sage. I've been worshiping the silver flame since I was small. Like, do you have a place like a temple or somewhere where you worship the great silver flame?
He says, yes, just north of here, up here. There is a temple where we all meet, and we worship and pray, and make sure that the silver flame protects us.
Would it be possible? So out of character, who did they say was like the kind of head of the village or whatever?
Siegfried.
Does Siegfried also worship the silver flame?
Oh yes, he's actually the head. He's a cleric of the silver flame.
Oh my silver flame. Oh my, I've never.
Flameo Hotman.
Coil says quietly, I guess they were lying back there when they said that they didn't really believe in gods.
Is it possible? I know this is probably asking a lot, but I've just, like I said, I've never really met anybody else aside from my family who were murdered for worshiping the silver flame. Could we seek counsel in audience in your place of worship with Siegfried? It would be an honor as a fellow follower of the silver flame to meet with an actual cleric.
He says, yeah, of course. I mean, there's no ritual today, but in 2 days we will have our weekly ritual, which you are more than welcome to attend. I'm sure if you go speak with Siegfried, he'd love another faithful, you know.
Oh yes, we would like to speak with him right away. I mean, I have my comrades here. I've been talking about the silver flame and our travels, and it would be great for them to hear from a fellow follower and a cleric, and maybe I can convert them over to the Silver Flame religion. And it would be great if we could seek counsel and have an audience with him as soon as possible.
He says, "Yeah, I mean, I'm just a a farm worker, but if you go up to his house, knock on his door, I'm sure he'll see you, like." And he just sort of like points up to the house.
What does a silver flame ritual consist of, Sage?
I'm actually very excited to attend service myself. This sounds delightful.
Ruthie pulls out a notebook, like archaeology time.
Well, I think that it's best that we wait for the actual ritual. I would like it to be a surprise for all of you.
Oh, then we can have a very uncorrupted understanding. That seems very reasonable.
Yes, exactly. It's better if you go in with no knowledge at all.
A brilliant point. Not to cast aspersions on you, Sage. Lord knows I wouldn't want to do that. But to speak to an actual cleric of the Silver Flame, I feel like would be a much more fulfilling experience.
I completely agree.
I am so happy that you are so understanding. I would love to speak more on the subject with you later.
Why do we
Certainly.
leave Jad to his business and head up?
You like say that, and he's already sort of wandered off. Like he was like trying to escape that conversation the whole time, and that you guys talking gave him the opening.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to keep an eye out for any cult activities or signs of torture in the village. As
I have
we're
a question.
moving about.
Yep.
Since it's like frosty, snowy, similar to what Coil is doing, I want to take a look for footprints, particularly like dwarf-sized footprints and so on. Like evidence of dwarven activity here, like them walking around or anything.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception roll as well.
Perception or investigation?
Oh yeah, sorry, investigation. Right.
Cool. Never mind.
You don't see anything like you rolled pretty well, Josh, but like it's not like there's anything obvious. You know what I mean? Like it's not happening on the streets. There are
So
no.
what you're saying? So what you're saying is they're keeping it behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's definitely it's not like obvious here.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Orethi is like, I have this idea. I bet snow is like mud. She has never seen snow before, so she's just like, oh, it's cold. I hate this, and then gives up on her idea almost immediately.
All right. So where are you guys gonna go?
I think to talk to Siegfried, it sounds like.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you guys sort of start walking up the hill, you see over in this direction. Oh no! This here seems to be the tavern. This building, and there's sort of people congregating in this area.
Like congregating in a like it's dinner time way, or
I didn't hear the second half of that sentence. After dinner time.
Is it in a dinner time way, or is it in a like?
Yeah, it's weird. Like you cut off halfway in sentences. I don't know why.
I think she probably has her sensitivity
I
setting
haven't
on
adjusted
Discord.
any. I have literally not touched.
Oh.
Started.
Weird.
That's that's been happening for me anyway to you on occasion.
Yeah, just on occasion.
Give me half a second. Let me try. How about now? Is this any better?
Yeah. All right, try one more time.
So, does it appear that they're congregating something? There's been a disturbance? Did I give up?
You like cut out for like a second and then came back in. No, it doesn't seem like there's a disturbance. It's just people sort of milling around.
All right, then I'll deal with that later. Unless somebody wants me to split off from the group, I'm just happy to be here, man. Just happy to be a bird in the fog.
So you guys go up, and who knocks on the door?
I think I will,
I do.
because
You will. Okay.
So Ander like holds his hand up to knock,
I'm
and Sage just
like,
knocks
Jet
like.
did not seem super comfortable between the Warforged and the Aarakocra.
Well, if a half elf and a human between the two of you stand here and be tropical and weird.
All right, so someone answers the door. So it's this big, large building here. This building, it looks like basically this guy lives in both of these buildings. They're both his. And you knock on the door, and someone comes to the door. They're dressed in sort of like nice robes. And he says, he sort of like he expects to see someone, and then it's like you four, and he sort of steps back, and he's like, "Can I help you?"
Are these by any chance cultist robes?
No,
I don't
no.
ask. That's out of character.
No, they're not cultist robes. They're
Okay.
just sort of like nice house robes or whatever, you know.
Oh.
Can I do deception with this one?
Yeah, sure.
Keep the lie going.
All right, 13. All right, so what are you gonna say?
Are you Siegfried?
Says no. Siegfried is inside in a meeting. I'm his major domo.
My name is Sage Vandercroft. We were told that you worship the Silver Flame in this town.
Mm-hmm.
I too am a follower of the Silver Flame, and I've yet to find other people, or others that worship, and we were told that Siegfried is a cleric, and I've been telling my comrades here about the Silver Flame, and I would really like them to learn more, and we were told that we would be able to have an audience with Siegfried. It would mean so much to me.
Well, the religious ritual is in 2 days from now. I'm sure taking them to that would be the best option. Are you in need of something now? Some reaffirmation of your faith immediately, or?
Yes, it's been such a long time since I've been able to talk with another person of my faith, and I think it would be very beneficial to. I definitely do want to take my friends to the ritual tomorrow, but I think it would be very beneficial for us to be able to speak one-on-one with Siegfried and learn a little bit more. You know, much as a Catholic would seek to speak with a priest one-on-one.
We've just invented Catholicism in this world.
Just boop.
Yeah,
Not
see,
canon.
I don't play D&D. Pretend I said something else.
Insert setting appropriate phrase
exists.
here.
Yeah.
Appropriate phrase.
So he nods, and then you see another guy walk out, and he says, "Who are you speaking to?" And then this guy is much nicer dressed. He's dressed in his like full-on robes. He has like regalia all over the place. He has like a pin that sort of it's like it looks like a silvery pillar of fire sort of just coming up embroidered on his this guy definitely is Siegfried. Like you can tell like right away, like this is a cleric. He steps out and he's like, "Who are you talking to?" And then he sees Coil, and he sort of walks up and he's like, "By the Maker, a Warforged. I didn't expect to ever see one of you again."
Affirmative. You are familiar with my design.
Yes. I saw one once a long time ago. And then another guy comes out and he's like, "Hey, I thought we were having a meeting." And he's sort of like over his shoulder, just like, "The meeting is over. You can go home." And then that guy walks out very disappointedly.
I shout to that guy into the room, "I'm a Warforged."
He says, "Please come in." And he sits you all down. And he's like, "Would you like anything to eat or drink? Where are you all from?"
We are from north of here.
He nods and he.
I am Coil. Please identify yourself.
Says, I am Siegfried. I have done much research. I am actually from where you are from.
You are from north of here?
No, originally.
Wait, where?
You are
Bird.
what? What race is he?
He's a human. He's obviously not as old as you, but he's like seems like he's from where you were made.
Oh. I don't think we ever identified where I was made, but
yeah.
You are from Moradin's Hammer?
He says yes. They it's been a while since anyone's since I've heard about it, but yeah, I grew up there and then left when my parents left when everything happened, or my grandparents, and then I was raised on those teachings.
Where is Moradin's Hammer in relation to here?
I don't know. Everything got all rearranged. Something happened in the celestial body, and it affected down here. It all got rearranged. I couldn't find my way back if I tried.
Do you know where Forge Home is?
I wish. We could definitely use some more Warforged, but I'm afraid that is beyond my ability to find as well.
Have you ever met anybody like me?
No.
No.
My name's Arethi.
He shakes your hand and he says, and you are Sage. You said that, or I'm sorry. He says he reaches his hand out to you, Sage, and he says, and you are. I overheard you. You said you were part of the Silver Flame as well.
Yes. Yes, I am.
All right. Give me a deception check again.
Wow.
He smiles and nods and shakes your hand, and he says, "Who are you?" and looks at Ander.
Ander Brightwood, sir.
All right. He sits behind his desk and he says, "Well, what can I do for you? We get visitors sometimes here, but you'll notice that many of the people here don't really pay attention. They won't ask you where you're from or anything like that. They just will sort of go about their business."
Well, with respect, sir, we came hoping to seek audience with you. It seems for a few different reasons, actually. Sage has surprised us all, I think, a bit with her devotion to the Silver Flame, to which I am very excited to learn more about. Truthfully, I'm fairly uneducated on the subject myself.
I'm not important right now. I think I'm gonna let my comrades talk to you about what they need. We certainly have the ritual tomorrow to attend. So I'm gonna back off a little bit and let them ask you what they need.
I say, she has been discussing the Silver Flame on our entire journey here. And I'm totally convinced that she has from her 20.
Yeah,
even though I was on the journey.
Yeah, like you just missed it. Yeah,
me.
Like the crit was
we
so.
We were too absorbed with our own gods, and we weren't paying attention.
Yeah. He nods and he's like, yes, yes, excellent. So, I'm sorry. What were you saying, Ander? I got distracted.
Well, we are a traveling band of adventurers, and we were actually hoping to ask individuals in this region about some goings on, if they might have any information about them. We're seeking down a collection of cultists in the area, and we're trying to discover where they might be going, where they've been, any kind of information we might be able to gather.
He looks solemn and he says, I have heard of these cultists in my town. I don't have the resources to track them down, and trying to recruit people into a militia or anything like that stirs them up too much.
What is it that you've heard?
That they're here and that they take people farther south. I don't know what's down there, but they seem to ferry people from north to south. No one here goes beyond the border of the fog, and anyone who does never returns.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah.
Bloop. Really thinking about this dice roll. 13.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he seems to be. Yeah, he seems to be truthful about that.
We are actively looking into the matter ourselves. If you would be willing to share what information you might have with us, perhaps that could be invaluable to our investigation to hopefully stop them.
I know they come in here at night.
Into here?
Or into my town.
And Coyle looks around.
Sorry, it's been a while since I've talked to a Warforge. Into my town, not this specific building. I know you need to be a little bit more specific with them. But yeah, into my town, but I haven't been able to spot them. They sneak in, and I don't know how exactly they do. I know they stay here and then they leave. They've also been trying to convert people here into whatever cult they're doing, and recently they've become more bold in that. But our militia, we don't really have a guard. There isn't a ton that I can really do.
It sounds like the fog is quite a significant source of protection as it is.
He nods and he says, it's a lot of effort to keep it up, I'm sure, but it protects us from the monsters.
We fought a demonic mummy in the mist also on the way here.
Yes.
It was very rude.
The fog keeps the monsters out. And he says the flame is scary to them.
You say the cultists approach from the south? How frequent are their incursions?
I don't know. I haven't spotted them coming. Like I can't count. Like I know that they come, and they come from that direction.
Would we be able to investigate the homes of those who disappeared? Or speak to their family or friends?
You could try. I mean, not many people have left from here, but there are a few. He says someone from this building here left about a week ago. That might be a good start.
With your permission, of course, sir, we would very much like to look into the matter for the benefit of both your people and ours. We certainly don't want to inconvenience you any further than we have, but is there anywhere in town that perhaps we might be able to spend some nights while we continue searching for these ne'er-do-wells?
He thinks about it and he says, this building here, this L-shaped building, is abandoned. It's nothing special, but you could live there if you'd like for some time. And then if you spend a lot of time there, I'll have to charge you. But I'm sure if you get these cultists out of here, we can arrange a very good deal. Also, try not to stir up too much trouble in the city. If the more the more people know about the outside world, the more questions they'll have, and then the flame won't be able to protect them as much.
Oh, Ruthie looked at her bright blue bird feathers. Like, I will try to remain as inconspicuous as possible.
You have our word, sir. We shall remain as discreet as we can while looking into this particular matter.
Thank you.
I think you'll find that being discreet
Do you have
is
a
what I excel at.
constable? Yeah.
He shakes his head no.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure there wasn't anyone else we had to check in with.
I would like to make a religion check to determine what kind of rituals it would take to maintain this kind of fog and cold.
Okay. Your only thought is they must be sacrificing people. Like, they just have to be.
I say, the fog does take certain sacrifices.
He nods and smiles at you, and then gives you a wink, like a knowing wink.
Coil's metal jaw drop.
Because he thinks that you know what it actually takes.
Oh no.
Yes, I shall remain discreet.
Thank you.
Marvelous. I don't think there's anything else we need. But rest assured, sir, we will keep you as informed as possible about what progress we make.
Cool.
Thank you.
As soon as the doors closed, I'm like, they use human sacrifices to maintain this fog.
Huh.
Well, necromancy does often have chilly effect to it, Aretha says.
Perhaps let's at the very least get together in what residence that fine gentleman has set aside for us and perhaps discuss things more discreetly.
I agree.
Sure.
All right. So, you open the door. It's like, no one's lived here for a while. There are cobwebs and things like that.
I use Mage Hand to clean up some of the cobwebs without having to touch them. I'm like, no, that won't.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit. You guys probably spend a good while cleaning it. And while you're cleaning it, you actually Orethi and Ander, give me some arcane checks for me.
Can't roll above 4 today, I guess. I'm really into this cobweb cleaning thing.
All right. So Ander, it was more just like whoever noticed it. You were both. Someone was gonna notice it. So you sort of pick up this like old gross rug, and underneath it is like a little tiny teleportation circle. There's like a little one. And basically this is kind of like your first waypoint. So you can travel from this place to Gathol and back.
Oh, cool.
Oh, fascinating.
Does Gathol have a waypoint?
It does, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna lean down and sort of get everybody's attention.
I say, I believe this could be a mistake. What happens if they start sacrificing the dwarves of Gathol to keep up their fog?
Yes, about that. Are you quite certain that's the only way that this kind of fog could be achieved? I mean, I confess I'm fairly ignorant on a lot of rituals and practices of followers of the Silver Flame. But...
Yes, I understand your ignorance, Ender.
Well, Sage would know, right? If they're a follower, then surely they would understand the ritual practices. Sage, what do you think about this?
That's actually a fair point.
You-
Sage, perhaps your counsel is the wisest to ask.
Sage, you could come up with something, or you could try to make a religion check if you want to check like what is like what you think.
Yeah, let me do a religion check. Hold on.
Who knows? I mean, maybe you'll get it.
Nat 20.
I hope it's a
that would
1.
be
I
so
hope it's a
good.
1.
Aw,
I kind of hope it's a nat 20.
either is great.
I kind of hope she knows everything.
Oh.
Holy shit! You're so good at this.
Yeah, that's how the lies have been paying off. Yes, they knew what they were talking about.
Yeah, so you are lucky enough to have like one of the like books, like just somehow you found a book on the Silver Flame and it's in the library, and it's like you're unsure of like, you know, but you recall like reading it at one point, and you think that it is probably not a sacrifice, but there like of a human, but like maybe there has to be some sort of thing that's paid, like there is something. It's probably not a human sacrifice though, because the Silver Flame is like a lawful good, like it's like one of the goodest, so a sacrifice probably wouldn't be something it would like. I think it'd be like God, would it be like, whoa, I like the sacrifice of fruit, but a human, you went too far, you know?
Cain, god damn it, why did you do that?
What I can tell you is these aren't human sacrifices. The Silver Flame is a lawful good religion. We don't believe in human sacrifices. Now, what actually is being used to pay, that I am unsure of, but
Maybe it's a metaphorical sacrifice.
I think in any
Siegfried
case,
must be confused then. Those poor sacrifices that he's been making, they've been for nothing.
Perhaps we should investigate, or maybe we could just ask someone what they sacrifice. I mean, surely the people would have an understanding if that's their town's central focus.
possibly, but I think I have to agree with Coil. If that is something that they are in fact doing, then that perhaps is something they don't want to talk about in polite company, especially not to outsiders.
We should look for evidence.
Yes, I think to continue with what Siegfried has asked of us, perhaps we should exercise some discretion around him as well.
Indeed. Okay. Shall we move to investigate the location of the kidnapped townspeople?
I think so.
I think so. If not there, then perhaps
that
just
we managed to
sending one of our more socially acceptable individuals out to mingle with the populace might be worthwhile.
I'll look for like any kind of curtain or like cloak or something I could kind of like throw over myself.
A sheet with a pair of...
A sheet with what?
A pair of holes in it.
Yes.
All right. Give me an investigation check, Coil. All right, Coil. Josh, why don't you describe to me what you think Coil finds at an 11? Like, what's his best shot? But at an 11,
I think I find some like maybe some tattered curtains, but they're pretty small and Coil's pretty big, so they're maybe if people aren't paying attention they won't notice, but if people are really looking, they'll definitely notice I'm a Warforge.
Okay.
It's not better. It's not worse.
Yeah. Just sort of. It's the same thing. Yep. All right. Cool. So you guys are going to go out to that house?
I have literally no way of making it less horrifying, so I'm just going to be a bird wizard.
Is it possible for Sage to kind of do their stealthy thing, like around like the town, like kind of cloak up, like sneaking around?
Yeah, do you want to like go do something different, or do you want to just attend with them but stealthier?
I'm gonna go do something different. I'm gonna kind of see if I can just like find like anything like strange or anything that sticks out while being stealthy.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Yep.
Okay, give me an investigation check. Okay. All right, we're gonna get back to you after. So, Arethi, Coil, and Ander go to this house, this one right here. And what do you do?
We're gonna investigate and look for signs of, like, you know, breaking an entry, any kind of kidnapping. You know,
Yeah,
like,
let's check the lock and see if it was forced open or something.
Yeah.
There are still people living in there.
oh,
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I say, I thought you were supposed to have been kidnapped.
Well, they're inside. Like, are you opening the door and walking in, or?
Yeah, I thought they were gone.
That's fine.
Can I check the ground again for dwarf footprints in case?
You can. Yeah, give me an investigation check, Arethi. Oh, 20. Is that the first time you rolled above a 10 today?
I think pretty much, yeah. I might have rolled above a 10 like once before this, but
Yeah.
So one thing that you notice out here is that you notice that there's like kind of like some good alleyways to get around this house. So like it would be very easy to sneak in or out of this house. The other thing that you notice is there is a very well-worn like little box like out front that like this would be a nice box if someone wanted to stand up on a soapbox and say stuff. Like this would be a perfect box for that.
Oh, like a sort of town crier's post style place.
Yeah.
I will like kind of point that out to people and like I'll turn around as though I'm going to say, "Hey, you should check out that Sage."
And they're just gone.
Doesn't seem. Well, I'm sure they're fine. Do you want me to go around the back, or shall I stay here, birding?
It, with all due respect, it does sound like the more people interact with outsiders, the less protection it will have. So maybe it's wise if I go in alone.
Then, if you're going to do that, I think perhaps I'll try to go around the back of the house in case they, I don't know, in case something nefarious happens and run out the back and try to escape. Because you never know.
That's wise. Why don't and he's just gonna like hand you the bat gently.
Oh, okay.
You shouldn't be far enough away that the bond will be strained between myself and my familiar. If something goes wrong, I shall communicate to them, who should have very little difficulty communicating it to you.
Sounds good. So Arethi like takes the bat and it's like kind of hanging off her finger, and then she like moves it and it like can claw into her little wing, just like hang off one of her wings, all like cozy. And then she's gonna be like, "All right, I'll be over there. Just scream in terror if you need me."
Marvelous.
All right. So, Arethi, you circle around back. Give me another investigation check.
Sure. Yay!
Okay. So you see there's a window out back that definitely someone used to go in and out of this building a bunch, and has since been
the crown molding is broken.
Yeah, and has since been like nailed shut. Mel, I don't know what you're doing back there, but it's really like not good.
Sorry.
Otherwise. Yeah, this thing has been nailed shut since then. It's at this point that you also notice Sage
Okay.
is over here. They have wandered off to this little square. There are people milling about. There are 3 people there. You notice a person there. They're kind of like a thuggish type person, and they're just sort of standing there, and they have like bandages around one of their arms, and you notice distinctly that one of them has like the bandage isn't super tight on them, and you notice like a cut on their arm that has like a slight amount of petrification around it, so it looks like it's kind of turning to stone. And he tries to like he's adjusting it, and then he looks up and sees you. Like you guys connect eyeballs, and then
Sage or Urethi?
Sage.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
So you notice this, like he notices you, Sage. What are you gonna do?
Hold on, let me check. Can I do perception to see if he has any weapons on him?
Yep. Go ahead and roll perception. He does.
Okay. Do I get to know what he has?
It is a 1 second. It is a mace.
Would I be able to? Would sleight of hand work if I wanted to try to get my hands on that?
You guys are like a good ways apart. Like
we are. Okay.
Yeah, you're probably like 10, 15 feet apart.
So then can I approach him?
Yeah. In Orethi, at this point, you see Sage and this guy off in the distance, sort of like approaching each other. Do you want to do anything, or?
When you say off in the distance, does it happen to be more than 30 feet and or more than 100?
So it's
Just
like
asking.
you're back here, like you're kind of in this hallway, and then you see Sage walk here, and then this guy here. So like he's here, Sage is here, and you're like in here. All right, and I'm
not gonna do anything yet.
Okay, so we're gonna cut back to Sage, and you're like you walk up to this guy, and he says, "You didn't see nothing," and he just sort of gives you that intimidating like stare, like he's staring through you.
So my hood is up, and I'm kind of looking down. It depends. What is the cost? What can you pay me for seeing nothing?
He smirks, and two of his friends sort of flank him, and they're like, "You get to keep your life if you say nothing."
So out of character, can you remind me what I saw?
It's like a wound on his arm that like has starting to turn his skin into stone, which is like a telltale sign that he's part of that cult.
That's a nice mace that you have.
He looks down at it and he's like, "Yeah, and
that could buy my silence."
He's like, "All right, fine," and he takes it out, and then he like looks like he's gonna hand it to you, and then he tries to hit you with it. All right, so he's gonna attack you and hit you.
Yo, fuck this guy.
And he's gonna hit you for 4 points of damage.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go into initiative order.
4.
So everyone roll initiative for me.
We need our characters.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you need your characters for that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're right. You're right. My bad. All right, so I'm going to put you all where y'all are. It's like about. No, so like, you know, we're going to have to theater of the mind this one. All right.
Fine.
And then I'm going to make some dudes.
It's gonna be fine. Everything's fine. This is fine.
They're gonna be in cultist robes. They're not actually in cultist robes, but they're gonna, you know.
They're in spiritual cultist robes.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
I imagine at this point, Coil is sitting down with the family having some tea.
Yeah, we cut over to you guys, and you're all sitting down with some tea, and they have explained to Ander after Ander sort of introduced himself and sort of ingratiated you guys. Basically, the person that left, there wasn't like a fight. Like they just left. Like they slowly sort of converted to this religion, but there's nothing that they can really do. Their name is Rue, and they just sort of one day they just weren't here anymore. But like sometimes that does happen in the city. Like people just wander out too far, and then they're outside of the fog, and then that's it. But this one, like their mother explains, like I was so worried about her, but eventually there wasn't much I can do. And then all of a sudden you hear like Sage, can you give me like what your character sounds like when they are hurt? Like give me a hurt sound. All right, so you hear that, like the sort of like, uh-oh, your party is being attacked. All
Probably also followed by panicked squawking in the background.
Oh no, I messed up. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to remove all that. Yeah, I messed up.
No.
Yeah, I got it. I'll just do it myself. I'm a monster.
Oh no, not my 2 initiative.
Oh, you're definitely keeping the initiative.
Oh yeah, no, I don't.
Damn it.
That's fair. That's 100% fair.
Fair.
Those I thought those were our new initiatives though. Actually,
No, I didn't erase the old ones, so there was just 2 sets.
Oh, I only saw 1 set.
It is what it is. Oh man, you guys rolled real bad, didn't you?
Yes.
I mean, I would say I rolled completely average.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd been rolling very well though on initiatives.
Yeah.
My initiative modifier is 2, so
I was gonna say,
All right.
my
have a lot
initiative
going
has
for me.
been consistently bad, and my dex is only 10, so I'm getting nothing to that.
All right. So, is there any other information that you think you should have gotten? It's also like a montage of you sitting and drinking, eating your tea, and like you're let into Rue's room that's been preserved. Like you guys are all like buddies at this point.
Yeah.
Does
I
Rue
know
have a
actually-
roommate?
We're also gonna get like quickly cut off, so I'm even fine with the information we currently have. Just like we were clearly going to get more out of it, but then that happened and we had to abruptly leave.
All right. Cool.
Does Rue's bedroom have more than 1 bed though, or is it just like it's her room and that's
Just
that?
1 bed.
Okay,
I
just
don't-
checking.
Actually, drink the tea though, but I do this every now and then.
I like it.
All right. Sage, you are first. What would you like to do?
Can I use persuasion to basically persuade him to hand me the mace?
I mean, he's attacking you. Like you couldn't really persuade him to hand over the mace at this point. Like there isn't. Maybe before he had attacked you, but at this point, there's no way to do it. Like if you had some sort of magical.
Well, that was my backup plan, but then he attacked me. All right, I'm gonna attack him with my rapier.
He's a cultist and scum. So.
All right.
What a monster.
Yeah. All right, so that is a miss. Yeah, you're still sort of reeling from the blow that he surprised you with. And then they're gonna go.
I can't see Sage's roll.
It's in the
I
chat.
guess.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I see
Isn't
it.
that? Oh, okay. Because all I see is the initiative.
No, I see it.
Weird.
Unfortunately, it was an at one. So.
All right, so you're gonna take
Oh, I see it now. That's weird.
You're gonna take 3 more damage from him. He like swings the mace once, and you sort of dodge out of the way, and then he comes back and hits you on the way back. The other 2 cultists advance on you.
Awesome.
I don't like these guys.
Yeah,
Very rude.
they're not great. And these ones attack you with daggers.
Of course they do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, actually no, they don't have daggers. They have scimitars. Nice.
It's even cooler and more evil.
And more damage.
Yeah. All right. This one advances on you, and he does 5 damage to you. Like he just cuts you with his scimitar,
I'm at 0.
and you go down. And then the last cultist does not attack you, but he does like look around and like try to pick up your body, like he's gonna carry you off.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh no. Hard pass on this fucker.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not great for sure. All right. Cool. Orethi, your turn.
How far away am I?
This cultist, you're like 10 feet, 15 feet, and then these 2, you're like 20 feet,
Okay.
30 feet.
I have like no strength, so I don't think I can pick Sage up. So if I stand on top of Sage, or like stand in Sage's square, are they all within 10 feet of me?
Yep.
I'm trying to decide because I don't want to accidentally kill Sage.
You might do that. if you're
not...
casting Thunder Wave or something, you might.
No, can't do the thing I was hoping to do to be. All right.
I have a plan, but I don't want to say anything because meta.
Wait. Wait till your turn, buddy.
Yeah, I'm deciding. Sorry, I didn't plan on them getting unconscious. All right. I will pick the one that attacked them, and I'm gonna fly and land on top of a building, just on top, so that I'm still within range.
Okay.
But also not flying. And then I will cast Ray of Frost on the one that attacked Sage, because hopefully it'll work. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is the 5th time I've rolled a 9 attack, so that didn't work. And then, I'll just yell like, "Help! Sage is down!"
All right. Yep. Oh, also, I just remembered. I don't want to be a monster, but none of you actually said you looted that mummy. Did you want to do that before we forget, or did you? Like...
I thought he was just a pile of rags.
Okay, no one said it. I don't want you to be like, oh, you missed. Like I missed my opportunity later. So if you're good with it,
fine.
I'm good with it. All right.
I'm good with it.
I just kind of assumed he disintegrated, TBH. So.
All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure, like, I don't want to be like a monster and be like, oh, you missed it, you know. All right, cool. All right. So anyway, yeah, you missed that, dude. All right, Coil, your turn.
I say to the family, I shall be just a moment, and I put the tea down on the table, and I get up and sprint out the door.
Yep.
And start running to them. Can I mean, my movement is 30 feet. Does that put me in a place where I could see Act?
No. So you could like get
So
here, or you could double move. Like you can get anywhere in this area with a double move, basically.
Like, but here, I can't act from here. Like
no, because you have to like run out of the building and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll do a double move.
Okay. So where do you want to be? Like right next to him, up here.
I yeah, wherever a double move would put me, as close as I can get.
Yeah. So you're basically right on top of him now. All right. And Ander?
Question for you, Jason. Can I still feel like my telepathic bond with my familiar? Am I within 100 feet of it?
Yeah, you are. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am gonna also walk out, and I'm going to command my familiar to fly over and attempt to touch Sage. If it can do that, I am going to cast Cure Wounds through my familiar on Sage.
Nice.
Okay.
I love this build. It's so good.
Let me.
Thank you. Oh.
All right. So the bat just goes and lands on Sage, and you're able to heal them.
Sweet.
All right. But so Sage, you get 8 life, but all these cultists do see like sort of the divine light transfer from this bat into the person. They understand what happened. Cool. So now it's the 2 cultists' turn. So one of the cultists says like he was the one that's going to pick you up, and then you sort of wake up, and he sort of looks confused, and he just tries to stab you again.
So rude.
For 2 damage.
Is that me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this cultist moves right here near you, and he's like,
Okay.
"Hey, whoa, robot! We don't have any problems with you. We're dealing with this person. They attacked us," and he sort of just like holds out his scimitar like he's readying an action in case you attack. All right, Sage, back to the top of the order.
Okay. So Sage looks kind of annoyed because Sage did not attack them. They attacked Sage.
They're lying.
How dare
Uh-huh. Sage is going to use dagger.
Okay. On which one? The one that's picking you up?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You just like plunge the dagger right into his leg, and he screams. He doesn't die or go down, but you definitely hurt him.
Is that the one that lied about me attacking?
No, the one that lied about you attacking is far away from you. You'd have to go through another person.
Okay.
All right. So now the head dude goes, and he looks at you, Coil, and he's like, "Are you? What's going on?" And he's like, "We're just gonna take this person away," and he sort of like brandishes his mace at you too. Arethi.
I don't think so. Am I within 30 feet of any of them?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the head guy, the guy who just spoke.
Okay.
So he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. He makes it.
Okay. Let me see if there's anything that happens. If he... Nope, it just nothing happens. So I can't do anything.
Okay. All right. Cool. Coil, your turn.
So I say, robot, you're the robot. And these 2 look like they're kind of close together.
They are.
Can I hit them with auditory deterrence, which is the thunder wave?
You could. You would hit Sage. And
so I looked up. We were doing it wrong last time.
Oh, were we? Okay.
I was right. It's a cube, and it's based on where I am, and it comes out from me. So it's a 15 by 15 foot cube that comes out from me. It's not around me.
Oh, I see. Okay. So
I could angle it to avoid him.
You could angle it. You might like some of these stalls might get smashed, but other than that, you'd be fine.
Are there people in the stalls?
Nope, nope. You just break a bunch of wood and stuff.
Okay. So I'm gonna do. I say, channeling the maker.
Are you maximum powering it?
Maximum power.
Okay.
Auditory deterrence.
All right. What's the saving throw here? 13 or 12?
Con save DC 12. Yeah. Half damage, and damage is 16.
Okay, so damage is 16. All right. Okay. All right. So this dude,
16 or 8. Yeah.
Yeah. So this dude, that like goes down to the ground. Like he doesn't die, but it like definitely like the concussive force like knocks him off of his feet. All these things just smash. There's a bunch of wood that just like flies off. And then the cultist right in front of you, he takes some damage, but he's still up. Also they also both attack you when you were up. That's what they were waiting for.
Okay.
And this one hits you. The head
Okay.
guy hits you for 5 damage.
Okay.
All right. Now it is Anders' turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move. I do not know if I am in a position yet to be able to see these guys.
You're not.
Okay. Then I'm gonna double move, and I'm gonna tell my familiar to fly out of there because it's only got 1 hit point, and I don't want to cast that again.
What's its defense?
Let me double check real quick.
Poor small friend.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, it's 10 gold for a new one. Let's see. AC of a bat is 12.
The bat has basically the same AC as I do.
they both
That has
they
a
both
better
take swings at
I
it
do.
and miss. Like it's too tanky, and they just miss at it.
Yay.
All right, cool. Top of the order, Sage.
Am I close enough to this one to attack it?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do a short sword.
Yep. You hit it and kill it.
Sweet.
It does the thing like you stabbed it in one leg, and then it goes like ah, and then you stab it in the other leg, it goes ah, and then it just dies.
Nice.
Classic.
Yeah, classic for sure. And Arethi, oh no, sorry, it's the head cultist's turn. He looks around and he's like, he takes the disengage action and he tries to run. He gets to like here. This cultist is on the ground and he just sort of gets up and he's sort of like, what's happening? He's going to attack you, Coil. He hits for 4 damage. All right. And that is all. So
Me?
yeah, Orethi. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna fly to the top of this building and land again.
Mhm.
Am I within 30 feet of the guy who's running away?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna try and touch Assidious Laughter again.
Okay.
You know. So wisdom save.
What does he need to get?
Sorry, I've only had spell saves like very briefly.
It's probably like a 12 or a 13.
I think it's 12. Yeah,
Okay.
What's your charisma mod?
+2.
So it's 12. Yeah.
All right.
okay,
Yeah. So
that's
he fails.
Yeah.
What happens to him?
He falls into a fit of laughter, finding something hilarious and funny. He falls prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for duration of up to 1 minute with my concentration. And then at the end of each of its turns, and each time it takes damage, it can make another wisdom saving throw. It has advantage if the saving throw is triggered by damage. Spell ends when he succeeds.
Okay. Cool.
And then I'll say, all right, he's down. Nobody hurt him.
Coil, your turn.
I'll draw my rapier and attack that dude.
Okay. You kill him.
Nice.
Just a rapier.
I don't even sound like that. And then I'll move closer to the guy that was running.
Okay.
Oh, there's still a grid. Okay.
Yeah, I mean there is a grid, but it's not like exact.
Somebody tie him up.
All right.
Just don't hurt him.
Cool. Ander, your turn.
I would like to move closer to this whole thing.
You gonna double move?
Yeah, I'll double move to actually show up. Be like, I'm here now, everyone.
I am also helping.
Cool. All right. So you move. That's the end of the turn. You got all your necklaces just pulse in unison, which means you have 6 seconds before you're all brought home.
I'm going to.
Well, it's not your turn.
I could.
Not your turn.
Whose
Sage.
turn is it?
Can I loot the one that I just killed?
Yep.
I'm gonna do that.
You get 3 gold.
Sweet. How do I do gold?
At the bottom middle of your character sheet, there's like a little it should say like 100 and something. It's like a little gold.
The little
emblem.
gold.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Aretha, your turn.
I have an adventurer's pack or whatever, so I'm gonna fucking tie this guy up and leave him on the ground.
So
And hope that
you tie him
so
up.
I hope somebody gets the message that this guy's fucking evil, because that's all I got.
It's like Spider-Man just leaving like a webbed up dude, just like.
I mean, if I have time to also write the word evil on the ground next to him, I will. But so far, I'm just like,
I don't think you have time for
solution
both.
to this problem.
All right,
So I'll tie
Coil.
him up.
I'm gonna try to grab him and pick him up.
Okay.
So
Alright.
he's in
Maybe he'll
my
teleport with us.
yeah.
All right, make a grapple check.
Okay. That would be strength.
Yeah, let me look. All right. So,
I'll just roll a d20 and get.
yeah, use the attack action. Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
He's tied up though, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he is tied up. Yeah, so
Do I get advantage?
He would have advantage. Yep. You can't even grab a tied up guy. He's like squirming. He's squirming around, and you're like, "No, come here, come here," and then you just like teleport away. Ander.
Do I know this guy will come with me if I'm hugging him?
You actually don't. You have no idea. You definitely would know that if he's wearing the necklace, he'll go, but you don't know if it'll come if it is attached to you.
I'm gonna take off my amulet and put it on this guy.
All right, give me.
That's a better idea.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh no. That's a problem. Can I argue I have advantage?
Yeah, sure.
Yay. I might need it. I might
Good
need
thing.
it.
It's a good thing you had a
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's a roll.
So here's how that roll is gonna work. So you take this thing off and you put it around the guy, right? He teleports away. Everyone's gone. you're there, and then we sort of like cut to like someone else over here like notices that like you're all alone here in this town,
Yeah.
and we fade to black on that, sort of just like a fade. All right, and
Hi.
Well, there is the wayport, the way
Yeah.
portal.
That was kind of my thought. I'm like, this might work.
Yep. But who knows? He's in a town full of cultists by himself. You know,
Yeah.
you've significantly split the party.
Yeah. Like you're not
I mean,
wrong.
it's not like we can stay.
No.
Yep. All right.
Well,
We can take the amulet
a
off.
lot.
Cool. Well, you guys are already gone by that time.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna put you all on autopilot here.
Sandra's
Arethi.
autopilot, go home.
Yeah. So you all arrive, and the tied up dude arrives, but Ander does not.
Can my autopilot be, I want to go back and find my nice magic friend? Or no? Okay, I go back to working on the elevator as my...
The elevator is done. You don't need to work on it anymore.
Then I would like to work on like road-based infrastructure to improve the connections to the elevator. So like make the process of getting things to and from the elevator better.
Okay.
Civil engineering, bird style.
Okay. Coil, you get to level up.
Sweet.
For a second there, that mummy looked like it. You might not.
I'm rolling my hit die.
Let's do it. All right. You get exactly the average.
Yeah, which is 5 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
So to go from level 2 to level 3, you have to play a total of 5 games overall, which is 3 more than the 2 it took you to get to level 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. And what did you want to work on, Coil, while you're on autopilot?
I think I'm going to I'll go to the Temple of Morden and help them establish it and continue to get it set up, since it's only been set up for a few days.
Okay. All right. Sage, what are you gonna work on?
I'm gonna go to the library and read more on the Silver Flame.
Okay. All right. Mel, you're gonna level up as well. So can you roll? What is it? I think it's a D8. Most of them are D8s.
Rogue, I want to say it's D8.
Yeah.
So /R.
/R space D8.
D8.
All right. So you're gonna get 5 plus your con mod. So you're gonna get. So you're gonna get 7 more. So your total is 17. I'm just gonna change it. Cool. And then we'll work on leveling you up between now and next time you play.
Okay.
Ander, you're not gonna do anything on autopilot. I'm gonna have you roll for your level up hit points. However,
Okay.
I don't know if it will be on this character.
Okay, hang on. Come on.
Why
There.
would-
Oh, I accidentally did it twice. That's on me.
Why wouldn't it be on this character?
Because the cultist might kill him? I don't know.
Because apparently we might be in a town full of these guys.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna get 5. So you're gonna take whatever the minimum die of whatever class, or this one. Who knows? All right, cool. We're gonna end here, and next time Keegan plays, we'll figure out what happened to them. All right.
Oh boy.
Bye.
Oh no.
Bye.